Okay, I just arrived at the hospital for my CAT scan appointment. I just locked up my car in the parking garage, and it is late. It's like 7:30 at night. Okay, just hurrying through the parking garage. Mitch and Manny are at home. I know this is a super unstable video, but I'm not sure I'll be able to film while I'm inside. So I wanted to just get on here, and I'm more nervous about not knowing where to go than I'm nervous at all about the actual CAT scan. Okay, I'm going in.
Hey everybody!
Hey everybody, how are you doing?
Did you answer? Yeah? No? Are you really talking to your screen right now?
No.
No. Did we get you?
Yes.
Or are you just watching us awkwardly? Oh my goodness. So Manny, you've been telling me about all the books that you and Mommy have been reading today, right?
Yeah, like...
About Rosa Parks, about Harriet Tubman, and Mom said that she got some video of you getting your new Bible. Tell me about that. You're gonna go get it? Run, run, thwip, thwip, let's go! I got to see a picture of him with his Bible opened up reading it, and he was in love, adoring it. I can't wait to see the video clip of him actually opening it. So did you and Mom show everybody your new Bible?
No, we did not.
No? This is Manny's new Bible. It has a whole bunch, let me see, all the stories and these pictures.
Yeah, which you can go on the app.
Yeah.
And you can click which one it is, and it can show up.
Yeah, it actually does like a pop-up digitally, AR, in like real space.
Yeah.
And Mommy was high-fiving a guy,
Yeah.
right? And she was also trying to take Farrah's whip away. Do you think she was able to do it?
What?
What is that? Is that avocado?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Them.
Yes.
Do you have?
I don't have it.
No, you do.
I don't have that app. And Mommy's gone. She's at her doctor's appointment. She should have left her phone here, but then how would I talk to her? So today was just another day for me, going to work and delivering packages, and it actually was a pretty good day weather-wise. No snow, everything's kind of melting, at least on the east side of town. There's a lot of grass showing, but over here on the west side of town, it's actually, we still have a lot of snow.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Can
Yeah.
Can I put something on your...
What do you want to put on my... What is it?
It's nothing.
What is it?
Nothing.
Is it from the comic book we read?
Yes.
With the AIM agents who are going to take over my mind?
Yep.
So who's taking over my mind? AIM
Yep.
or Manny?
Aim.
AIM is Advanced Idea Mechanics. What should I say now? Should I say I am AIM? You know what AIM's telling me to do?
What?
Tickle you! All right, guys. See you in a bit.
I'm done, and it's not even 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go home. It's windy. It was such a quick procedure that I didn't even ask if I could film. There were some things I didn't quite expect. Back in the parking garage where there's a little bit more light. I know it's like a super late time for an appointment, but I think that was because they're trying to, maybe it's just because it's a hospital and they're open all hours, but I thought maybe it was because they're trying to space out, find my keys. Yeah, I thought maybe they were just trying to space out, like, you know, when they have appointments and stuff to not let things get too congested in the hospital. It is really dark. They put this thing on my neck, and I haven't taken it off yet because it's really sticky, so I'll take it off when I get home. But they put an IV in my arm, which I wasn't expecting. So I was going to tell you about my CAT scan.
Yeah. How was it?
Because I was trying to film on the way out, but like it was in the parking garage, and then I was talking in the car, and then it went black, and I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work.
Sure.
But so they put an IV in my arm, and I didn't know they were gonna do that because I feel like the last time I had a CAT scan was
Years ago.
years ago, like over 20 years ago or something. So I didn't really remember like how it went, and then Manny had one. And they didn't give him an IV, they just put him in and took pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't even sure, like, what. So when they said they were putting an IV in, I'm like, okay. And they're like, have you ever had an iodine cast?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, maybe.
Right.
Because I had to mark if I was allergic. And I'm like, I don't think I'm allergic to iodine or anything. So,
Right.
because they, like, put it in your body.
Yeah.
And so she's getting the IV. She's like, you're going to have 2 surges of it. And it's, people sometimes say, like, they have a funny smell or taste, like metallic or kind of skunky. I'm like, oh, that's pleasant. Like, in your mouth, and, like, you smell it.
Right.
And they're like, and you have a peeing sensation. I'm like, what? And she's like, you feel like you're going to pee. And I'm like, really? She goes, you won't. She goes, but a lot of people, feel like they do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't. She goes, I have people in like their 80s that they don't. I'm like, well, let's hope I have more bladder control than like someone in their 80s. But I was like, okay, that's weird. And so she's sending me in the thing, like in the tube thing. And she's like, okay, the first surge is coming through, so you're going to kind of taste and smell that. You might feel a little, like, light or fuzzy in your body, and you'll have a peeing sensation. I'm like, okay, and I'm going back, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can taste and smell that. Like, I feel a little funny, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, like, legit, the peeing sensation was real. Like, not only did I feel like I'm going to pee myself, I thought I did. I was like,
check?
Oh my goodness, I tightened everything so, I've never tried so hard not to pee. I was like, oh my gosh, and it wasn't stopping. Like, it even felt like wet, like I was peeing my pants. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then it faded, and I was like, but I don't feel cold. Like, then you would feel cold, and I'm like, okay, I don't. And then they brought me out of the thing, and they're like, okay, we're getting ready to give you the second surge, so just be prepared. I'm like, okay. And they sent more in, and I'm like, okay, I could taste and smell it. And I'm like, I don't remember if she said that the peeing sensation came both times or just the first one. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh! I was like, oh my gosh, I peed my pants on this one.
Did you really?
No, I didn't. But when I came out, she was like, how are you doing? I'm like, good. She's like, we're all done. And she like was taking the IV out, and I was like, I have to tell you, that peeing sensation's for real. And she started laughing. I'm like I thought I wet myself. And she was like, yeah, people say that. I'm like, it's legit though. It felt very, very real. I thought I peed my pants. But here's the, I didn't even take it off yet but this is the little thing that they put on there to.
Little metal dot on it.
Yeah. I was trying to get it off. They're like, you could take it off like right after. And I'm like, I can't get it right now, and I don't want to. Ouch. What does it look like? Oh.
Yeah. Show it closer to the camera.
Oh, it's like just like a little
right there, yeah.
metal ball that they stuck on there. I think just to like locate it better or something. But my arm, like I feel like it hurts to bend it, which I'm like, I just want to draw. So I don't want to bend my
and of course they had to do your right arm.
Yeah, I know. Because I think I normally, I have to do my right arm. My left arm.
Your vein died.
Yeah, but this is the one that they asked for. They asked for my right arm, and so I was like, okay. But it'll probably be bruised and stuff. But they just said drink lots of water to flush the iodine out of your system. But, like, they told me to come really hydrated. Mm-hmm. They were like, make sure you're super hydrated. And then when I, like both times I talked to them on the phone.
Didn't you drink 3 of your thermoses from dinner onward?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, if a pint really weighs a pound, I just gained, like, 10 pounds. I'm like, I hope they don't have me step on a scale because it would be frightening. I'd be like, whoa! Like, just drank 10 pounds of water. But no, I drank so much water like the hour before because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm really hydrated. So when she said, "You're gonna have a peeing sensation," I was like,
Uh-oh.
wow. And she was like, "Yeah, you won't." I'm like, "Well, yeah, after they say hydrate, hydrate, I just drank tons of water." And she laughed. But I was like, this is going to be fun.
Boy.
Yeah, so then they're like, when I'm done, they're like, "Make sure you drink lots of water." I'm like, I'm going to be up all night peeing. For real, though. But it was scary. Like, it really, if you have ever had those, I'll look up what it's actually called and leave it there, but I'm just going to say iodine injection because I can't remember what it's called. If you ever had one and felt like you were going to pee your pants, leave it in the comments below because I'm curious as to how many people feel that because it was legit for me.
That'd be really cool. That's
legit.
like a fun fact I'd like to know too.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were wetting yourself? Anyway, I'm going to drink some water.
And hopefully not wet yourself tonight.
Oh my gosh. I'll probably have nightmares where I feel like I'm peeing the bed or something and then wake up and be like, oh no, it was just iodine. It was messed up. Anyway.
I wonder if it's going to change colors if you pee.
Well, that's what I asked. Well, she had said there shouldn't be any odd coloring.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe she said there should be.
Iodine's a little redder, orangey color.
Maybe there... She said something about odd coloring. I don't remember if she said there shouldn't be or there should.
Let's find out.
Either way, we'll see. But like, my poor arm.
Oh, puppy.
I know it hurts. I just want to draw. Anyway, maybe I'll actually get some sleep. I stay up late every night drawing because it's my time. Though Manny, like, because I'm actually working on a project, and Manny's been kind of helping me with it.
Yep.
So I'll
be
share
fun.
more about it. But Manny drew this today. We practiced, and he drew. I don't know. Let me
A hand.
see if you can.
Yeah.
It's okay. Get it a little bit. Look at that hand. I talked about the principles in drawing a hand.
Yeah.
And we did it. There's a layer under this. Like, I'll show you the layer underneath. So you can see, like, I had him, you can see the really faint lines. I taught him draw a square, and then we drew the lines off it, and I said, and then trace around those lines. And so he drew everything, and then we just masked, or like hid, not masked, hid the, like hid the layer.
Yeah.
So that you would just see
That's so
his
cool.
hand.
That is
Yeah.
very cool.
He was pretty excited. Well, I was more excited. I was like, "You drew a hand." He's like, "Yeah, I told you I could draw a hand." I'm like,
Of course.
whatever. And then he's like, "You want to see how I can draw a head?" I'm like, "No, it's my turn to draw." But maybe in the next video, I will share more about the project Manny and I are working on. I don't know. But I'm not supposed to go over. I have an appointment already scheduled with the ENT to go over the CAT scan images, but it's not until today's actually March 2nd, the day that I'm filming right now, and my appointment isn't until the 12th. And so this should go up before the 12th, but that's the day that I actually am going to go over the images, and I think they'll do the needle biopsy right there. I'm not exactly
It's a Friday,
sure.
isn't it?
It is a Friday. It's my grandma's birthday.
What's it, Saturday?
It's a Friday. That's the day that you leave on the retreat.
Well, that's right.
Mitch is going on a men's retreat at
Yeah.
an old camp, and you're probably not going to vlog there at all. You're going to be the one with the exciting weekend and probably won't vlog any of it. And then you guys will all have to sit and watch me and Manny like, we're going to paint and go sledding. Yeah, probably.
Well, I'll see if I remember.
Yeah, maybe even if you just get clips, like, because, like, there's a zip line and a high ropes course and stuff, like, even if you just filmed some during that, because it would be neat to see, and then we could just insert clips of it, because it would make it would be for your viewing pleasure, like, you would have it would be much more entertaining to watch what you're doing than probably what we're doing, because I don't know what we're going to be doing. I still have all those plans to get started.
There you go.
I want to do that this week, though.
Let's go.
I'm going to get them done. I got some books from the library today, like gardening books. Did you see that I grabbed those?
I thought you showed something.
Just with some tips and stuff for, and I know I can look up things on the internet, but there's something about like just being able to flip through a book and have it right there and not have a, just screen free looking at stuff and not having to buy a book. So
I love
got
not having to buy books.
Me too. The limit for books is 40, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, for some reason, these books wouldn't check out, and they said to bring them to the front desk, and they scanned the thing, and they're like, oh, that's because you're at 40. We'll just override it. There's only 4. I'm like...
Well, didn't you return a bunch?
I did return a bunch.
Did they all get processed, though?
But here's the thing. Before I returned those, we were at 38. And so I checked out... I checked out a lot of books today, like 14
Well,
or something.
yeah, it's the first day we go back to the library.
We didn't even grab that many. We grabbed a bunch, but then we grabbed all the ones that you had on hold. Also. And I thought there was something wrong with the specific books, but then she was like, oh no, it's just that you have way too many books right now. But she's like, if there's only 4, we'll override it. So we have 44 books checked out from the library.
A lot of them are kids' books, and we read them all.
We do, and like I felt like I needed to justify it. Like, we read them all, like we really do. They're not just sitting there. We're reading all of them. And I tried to get Manny to part with some of them today, and some of them he did.
Yeah.
There were some I was like, these are a day overdue. They have to go back. So that's how I could have renewed. We got a lot of books, but we've actually been reading through these books. They're called Ordinary People Who Changed the World, I think. It's like a series, and it's all about famous people, like in history. And I got them because I thought, like, this would be a neat thing to do for, like, homeschool history and talk about real people. Because we talk a lot about people who aren't real. So I thought, like, the only, like, real people we talk about are people in the Bible. That's, like, the only real people we study, which that's not a bad thing that we study those. But, like, we don't ever talk about, like, historical figures or anything.
Right.
So I thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do because Manny loves to read books, so I thought this would be fun. And they're very informative. They're just very cartoony illustrations, but they're really informative. I feel like I'm like learning some new things, but then just reviewing things that I've learned before. But we read about today. We actually read about Sakaji. Oh, I talked about this a little bit earlier, I think. But today we continued with that, and we read about Rosa Parks and about Harriet Tubman. And, it was really interesting. We got to talk about, just different things with history that we've never talked about. So it's fun. I'm enjoying, because, like, you can only do so much with reading and writing, and it gets boring as far as, like, teaching homeschool, because... Manny doesn't have that long of an attention span, and it doesn't last very long. So, like, expanding into, like, more of, like... History and science, I'm finding that's more fun to do.
I really enjoyed, like, having you guys share with me and listen to Manny actually share about the stories that you guys were reading today.
Yeah, like, when Mitch got home, we did, like, I said, hey, tell him what you learned about this person. And that's hard for him because that's, like, such a broad question.
Right.
It's better to, like, ask about specific things. So we started flipping through the book. I was like, oh, tell him what's happening here and tell him what's happening here. And it was neat to see. Yeah. Wow, he actually really absorbed a lot from reading that and understood what was going on. And it was neat. Anyway, I'm going to get off here because, wow, this was a really long video.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to actually close the vlog out on this one.
Yeah.
There's enough material there to keep you all busy for a little bit. So I'm going to close this out. So, do you want to close it out?
Yeah. Peace out, guys.
No, you have to say stuff. You have to tell people to, like...
Oh, that's right. So... See you later. Goodbye.
You're like, you want to close it out? Sure, bye. That's not what I meant. It's not like, oh, do you want to say bye?
Yeah, guys, if you want to like, share, subscribe, that really helps.
Share, I guess. Share the video, because I think that just, I don't know what it does.
Just share it.
I'm editing.
Mom, share it. Yeah,
Sandy, share this video, because you're good at that. You have all those friends that have nothing better to do but watch our videos.
and those friends that are watching right now, yeah, we love you guys. Thanks for following along.
Yeah, because you guys follow my art page. That's why I have so many people on there. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks, Sandy's friends. Okay. Bye.
Bye.